Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, November 17th. Thank you so much for joining into our weekly PPACA webinars. We do have a lot to discuss. As always, if you want to ask questions, you can do that in one of two ways. You can raise your hand icon on the control panel to the right of your screen, or you can type in a question in the question box also on the control panel, and I'll answer the questions at the end of the webinar. So just as a test, if you want to just raise your hand icon, let me know if you can see my screen and you can hear me this week. I'd appreciate it. Perfect. Awesome. Great. Okay, so let's get right into it. I'm sure those of you that are still in the individual health market are getting a lot of questions about alternatives to the PPACA plans or the ACA plans. And we've heard you. We have these products. We're trying to again help you with alternates, as well as provide some good education on some products. So with that being said, on December 1st at 2 p.m., Manhattan Life will run a webinar for us. Christy Saul heads up this product, and it's I believe a limited medical and gap program. So again, if you have an interest or want to learn about the product just as an alternative or complement to an ACA plan, then just register on our website, and hopefully you can join us. There's also another webinar that I just set up, and the registration link is in my newsletter, which will be going out at 10 o'clock today. And it's going to be run, it is for Central Pennsylvania Association of Health Underwriters. It's going to be run by our lobbyist, Vince Phillips, and he's going to talk about what we can expect with President-elect Trump in the White House. And I think it's good for all of us to see what the possibilities are, what can be changed just by an appeal, or what has to be done legislatively, and what that means as far as votes, etc. So that is November 29th at 9 a.m. Hopefully you can join in to that as well. Again, I wanted to just remind you, on our website we do have federally facilitated marketplace resources on our website, and we also have the FFM quoting tool for individual plans. At this point, and I'll bump ahead, we still don't have paper rates from Capital. So we're just trying to give you the tools that you need, even if it's not exactly what you need. We're just trying to give you as many resources as we can. So the quoting tool will work, but it is for marketplace only, and then for off-marketplace you have to rely on the carrier website or the paper rates, and again, Capital's paper rates are still not available. Short-term coverage, I just wanted to review. There seems to be a lot of confusion with this. So just so everyone's aware, short-term coverage can be sold as is, no changes, up until 4/1 of 2017. At that point, any plan, short-term medical plan sold after 4/1 of 2017 cannot be issued for longer than 90 consecutive days. Now, part of the law that did not get through is that they can reapply with the same carrier or another carrier, but again, it's limited to 90 consecutive days. So after 4/1, you can do a 90-day policy and then another 90-day policy, etc. What they are saying is that any policy that was sold for longer than 90 days has to terminate as of 12/31 of 17. So today there are programs, short-term programs, that are available for 11 months and 365 days, 6 months, etc. If you sell a plan in March and it's for 365 days, obviously that's going to extend past 12/31 of 17. The new law requires that that plan terminates as of 12/31/17, even though they still have time left on their policy. So more information is going to be coming out about how carriers are going to handle that, but I just thought it was important to review because we are getting some questions. Another thing that's come to light on the individual side with Capital is that and it may be other carriers, but my agent partner was specific to Capital for marketplace folks. If they have a plan that is being discontinued, there is a 2017 FFM application that was auto-generated. So if you're working within the marketplace and you have a Capital client, or any client for that matter, and they're renewing from 16 to 17, if you can search for the application, look for a 2017 application, because it's almost going to appear as a duplicate, and I think there's going to be some issues on the back end next year when they auto-issue these auto-populated accounts, almost as if they're going to have duplicate coverage. So I'm sure there's going to be billing issues, because one policy will be paid and the other won't. But I just wanted you to be mindful of that, you know, again, if you are going onto the marketplace and enrolling and renewing somebody, just make sure you look for that 2017 application. If it's not there, then pick up their 2016 application and make changes from that. We already addressed the paper rates. Now here's a bit of news, and I'm not sure if it's good or bad, or just more confusion. But late last week, Highmark Central and Western did release that they have changed their view on commissions, and that they will be paying renewals, not new business. New business is still zero. They will be paying renewals that are in the silver, bronze, or catastrophic level, and they are paying a gross amount of $5 per member per month, and of course that's split 80-20. So you guys that are renewing your silver, gold, or silver, bronze, and catastrophic programs with Highmark will get $4 per member per month, and it's capped at 5 people per application. URL will get $1 per member per month, and also capped at 5. That's for Central and Western. Again, I don't know if that's good news or just, you know, more annoying, but it's news nonetheless, and I'm sharing it with you. Here's some positive. I think this is good news. There is still time for that $50 per life bonus from Aetna's level funding program in the 2 to 50 market. So just if you have an Aetna group and you want to get it through, you know, we're kind of late now, but, you know, I'm just letting you know that there is still a bit of time. If you have anything in the hopper, let's get it finalized for 12/1 and get that $50 per life for you. Another update from Highmark is on the BlueEdge Dental. They are making changes to their 2017 BlueEdge Dental product. There are letters going out this week to those individuals insured with Blue Dental from Highmark, or I'm sorry, BlueEdge Dental. The letters are going to let the insureds know that there are going to be changes to their benefits and premiums for January 1st. However, since the changes are not yet approved by the Pennsylvania Insurance Department, they can't say what those changes are. So until further notice and until the approval comes through for the insurance department, no new sales for individual BlueEdge Dental can occur on plans with a 1/1/2017 effective date and later. So again, if you're selling an individual product, it cannot be Highmark's individual BlueEdge Dental for 1/1. And just another reminder, watch for groups that dissolved to be re-engaged with group. We did a premium analysis, and quite frankly, individual rates are higher than group rates and shop rates. So I would encourage any of you that had groups, the small groups at the beginning of this whole law in 2014, when it was first implemented, those groups that dissolved group coverage and went to the individual market, you know, maybe look at re-quoting them on the group side, because I think you're going to see, you know, definitely an advantage to moving back to group, and we can help you with that. That's it. That's it for the agenda. I did want to show you one other thing, if I can get to it real quick. I wanted to show you this tool that will be on our website. I can email you the link, but I think fabulous, and I wanted to show it to you if I can find it. Now, where is it? Sorry about that. All right, so I can't find it. All right, I tell you what, let's table that. Let's table that link. It's a link that will compare individual premiums to short-term premiums, takes your income into account, and it calculates whether it's more advantageous financially to take a short-term medical plan and pay the tax penalty, or to go with an ACA plan and pay the higher premiums with no tax penalty. So it's pretty important link, and I wanted to get it to you, and for some reason I can't find it in my system right now. Dave asks, can we write 4 consecutive 90-day plans with no coverage lapse? Yes, you can. And will the AFA bonus apply to 1/1/17 groups? It will not, Dave. Okay, Lori says, could you please go over the GAP short-term medical rule changes? This is still not credible, and we don't know about tax penalties going forward. Correct. That's right, Lori. We know, pardon me, we know in 2017 it's $695 per person. It's half of that for children, or 2.5% of your income. That's for 2017. The gap coverage or short-term medical, well, specific to the short-term medical, it can't be sold for longer than 90-day intervals if it's being sold as a 4/1 effective date or later. So I hope that makes sense. Short-term medical, you are subject to the tax penalties. Of course, they may go away. We don't know that. But at this point, it is the law, and the tax penalty will be assessed if it still exists if people take short-term in 2017. Jim asks, does the PA insurance department have any concern for us brokers who, for the most part, will not get commission? Jim, that's a mixed question. I think their concern is the consumers in Pennsylvania having options. I don't know that they're particularly concerned about us as agents and our living. I know that they are reviewing the charging of fees. I know that PayWho had an amendment to the current law submitted. But Jim, that's a tough question to answer, and so I won't. Dave says, can you send us that short-term link? I can, Dave, absolutely. Kelly says, do you know if the 2017 IBX formulary list is available either on your website or IBX's? Kelly, I don't know. I'm sure it's on their site, but let me see if I can get a link and get that to you. Kim says, is Highmark and Capital still paying commissions on short-term medical? Yes. Yes, they are. There are going to be changes to Capital's short-term medical, just so you know that, and I imagine Highmark's as well. But at this point, yes, they're paying commission and they're still available. So that's it. That brings us up to the end of our questions. Just a reminder, next Thursday, believe it or not, is Thanksgiving. So there will not be a webinar next week. I wish that you all have a blessed and a wonderful holiday with your family. Hope you get some time off, some much needed R&R for sure, which means that we'll pick back up on Thursday, December 1st at 9:30. So until then, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call or shoot me an email. If you do want to see that link, and I apologize, I wanted to have that up, just, again, call me or shoot me an email, and I'll send that link out to you as well. But that's it. That brings us up to the end. And as always, I truly appreciate all of you joining in, and I wish you a great balance of the week and a wonderful weekend. Thanks. Bye-bye.